Hi, and welcome back. I'm so glad that you're with us today. We're going to be talking about failure, specifically sales failure. Sales failure is not an option. Sales failure is a guarantee. We've all seen in the movies where the commander issues that notice that failure is not an option, and miraculously, everything works out according to plan. That works great in the movies, but in real life, especially sales life, failure is guaranteed. So, if we're guaranteed to fail, the question becomes, how do we prepare for it? This really hit me a week ago when I had a huge failure. Well, at least in my mind. I was working on a project with a client and had a separate opportunity pending with them that had been placed on hold. I unexpectedly found out while discussing Project 1 that Project 2 had not only been released, but one of my competitors had received the order. I was devastated. What made it worse was in my post-opportunity review. I do this on my own, but I highly suggest post-win and loss review with peers if possible. I realized the loss was completely my fault. Of course, if you follow me, you know that my belief is every loss is the salesperson's fault. Each of us miss something when an opportunity is lost. And to make improvements, you need to determine where you could have done better. Again, this is done with a post-opportunity review. But anyway, regardless of the why, I was thrown into a deep funk, which cost me an entire day of productive work, while I lamented over the loss. So what to do? How do I recover? Well, it's best if you're prepared for the failure, but in this case, I most certainly was not. I spoke with our director of psychology, and I asked for his input. He gave me some of the typical platitudes, but it really didn't improve my mood. I told him I was looking for a silver bullet. He told me that just like in the sales world, there is not a silver bullet to change moods. Well, I'm still not satisfied with that answer, and I have tasked him to keep looking. And if he brings me anything back, you can be sure that I'll let you know. So I moved forward to do some more research. I investigated with some of my colleagues and found that the most common answer for mood recovery is sleep. I found this to be true as well. And I really suggest take a fun activity and then get a good night's sleep for recovery. This can be difficult when your mood tanks early in the morning like mine did last week. You might also keep in mind that you are losing an entire day of possibilities while sulking and waiting to go to bed. But that did not help in my case. Your mileage on this may vary. So the best thing you could do is get prepared. You know the failure is coming, so be ready for it. Following are 6 tips that I found helpful, and I wanted to pass them along to you in hopes that your mood decay from failures will be minimized by being more prepared. Number 1, failures are opportunities. To see failures as an opportunity is not putting a Pollyanna spin on reality. It's accepting that everyone fails, and you could choose to learn from your mistakes, or you could stay stuck in them. Successful people see mistakes as an opportunity to learn and change course. For example, say you want to lose 20 pounds. To know that you'll fall off the wagon if you see a chocolate jam donut, that's some useful information. You can take steps to avoid the things that tempt you most and make it more likely that you'll stick to your diet. Number 2, failures show up your weaknesses. Whether it's not being able to resist a cigarette if you're in a social situation, or finding you need more accountancy skills than you thought you did. If you can detach from the emotions of failure, you can soon see where the leaks in your boat are, and you can take some steps to mend them. Number 3, failure will make you resilient. One big lesson from trying and failing is finding out you can get right back up and keep going. You can admit that you tried and you failed and use what you learned to build a better strategy to get to your goal. And that is a huge life lesson. Number 4, failure will make you innovate. Failure can make you more inclined to try different strategies, to see risk in a different light. If you're not afraid to fail, you're more likely to try bold strategies and might just hit on something big. Number 5, failure reminds you that you are not alone. Believe it or not, failure can make you a better person. Accepting failure as a part of life will make you more empathetic, less judgmental of others. You'll be more likely to help other people you see trying to make it, and in return, you will be more open to asking for and receiving help when you need it. And finally, number 6, failure will make you kinder to yourself. Seeing failure in its proper light will make you more forgiving of your flaws. You'll be less of a perfectionist and be less prone to self-doubt. And that, in turn, builds self-confidence and will make you more likely to succeed. So embrace failure, learn from it, and use it as a stepping stone to success. I certainly appreciate you being here with us this week. I'd love for you to leave me a comment on how you recover or prepare for failure. Or jump over to the Facebook group and join in the conversation at facebook.com/salesexpedition. One final item. If you haven't already, jump back over to our blog, sign up, put in your name, your email address, and you'll be notified every time new content comes up. Thank you again for being here with us this week, and I look forward to seeing you next week at the same time, same place. Thank you for being here with us, and have a great sales experience this week.